souls, and welcome to this reading. Today I am bringing a collective message on your soul purpose. My spirit guides told me to do this message or to do this reading. So if you're not familiar with collective messages, essentially they are videos or messages that are kind of placed in front of you to channel a spirit guide message. So your spirit guides send these videos or these messages to you. However, not every single message is going to be for you. There is a large amount of collective messages. I don't know why I did air quotes. They're still messages, but there's a lot of collective messages out there. And so sometimes when they come across your feed, or if your feed is just full of them, sometimes it can be a little overwhelming. I'm sure that there's probably some kind of message in each video for you, but the ones that are going to resonate the most with your situation are the ones that you feel this internal, like your intuition just lights up and it's like, that's the video that sounds like it would resonate, that looks like it would resonate, something about the video just calls to you. So that being said, if this video has called to you, then this is going to be messages about your life purpose. So we're just going to go straight into oracle cards today. And while I'm shuffling the cards, I would really appreciate if you were to give this video a like, if you were to also subscribe, and I will pull cards now. What messages can we get Spirit about their life purpose? Ooh, okay, compassion. These cards are so pretty. I'm using the Threads of Fate decks today. And I just ate. I clear my throat a lot after I eat, and I think I really realized it. Like, I knew that it was a habit that I had, but like I really realized it because I would eat and then go decide to record a video, and so I'd always hear all of the like coughing and like clearing my throat, but it's just because I just ate, and I don't know, something about eating just makes me clear my throat a lot. So I apologize if that bothers you. Hopefully it doesn't. We have Fate. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. That's amazing. I love that that's the card directly in the middle too. And I just realized it's kind of like really hard to see these cards because they're so shiny. Okay, and for the third card, Spirit Guides, what does the collective need to know, the collective watching this video, about their life purpose? Release. Cute little frog. Okay. Wow. So first things first, hold on, I'm going to take a drink of my tea. I'm seeing being, you could, okay, there's a lot of things coming through. You could be a psychic or a healer, someone who kind of reads energies. And whether or not this is tied to your life purpose or not, I feel like it is something that's very present for you, if that makes sense. You are also meant to be a safe place for someone or something. This could be, it's like I'm hearing sanctuary. This could be like being a sanctuary for children, for a partner, for family, for pets or animals. There's some sort of like something that you're meant to do that requires a lot of compassion that most people don't necessarily have. And although it's, you know, not an admirable trait to not have compassion, there are a lot of people who that's just not their journey in this lifetime, and they don't have compassion. And that doesn't mean that we should be friends with them or like associate with them. But not everyone is here, like, believe it or not, to have compassion and to be kind and caring. And I feel like you probably experience a lot of release, like a lot of emotional release yourself. With this release card, I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like I want to get more of these oracle cards. But yeah, you are definitely someone who you feel so deeply, like this is like my empaths. This is my empath group of people, which honestly most people that watch tarot readings or like are involved in spirituality typically are empaths. But you're definitely someone who, like, I feel like you have been through so much, and it has taught you, rather than getting like bitter or like, because the opposite of compassion is like bitterness or being like, just, it's like when you have a hard life, you can go one of two ways. And it's, on one hand, it's like bitterness, it's having just this like frustration with life and this anger, or you can go the route of compassion and understanding that like everyone else is going through it too. Everyone else has gone through something, and you realize that and you have compassion for that rather than becoming bitter. And I feel like, I love that we have fate here. It feels so like powerful that we're kind of talking about your life purpose and the fate card comes out. Like, this is like, if you're here watching this video, this is like very fated. Like, everything is lining up, like you're meant to be here. I'm very confident that everyone who finds this video, like, this is your reading. I'm gonna pull some more cards. I also feel like you are meant to help other people release their past. You could be like, and I'm kind of, this is supposed to be like more of a spiritual reading rather than like telling you your exact like career path. Ooh, interesting that we said that. And then this card came out. Even though I was just saying that I'm not really looking into career path or like anything like that, I'm more looking into like the energies of what you're supposed to embody in this lifetime. But this card coming out, being the alchemist, it kind of reminded me of like a scientist, like mixing chemicals. And so that could possibly be something if you're looking for like a career path or anything to do with alchemy, mixing things. But this can also be like spiritually, if you are looking for a career or I guess a business in spirituality. This is like, this is you being able to like provide a sanctuary for people to release and alchemize their trauma or their emotions. Yeah, so very cool. And I'm sorry, the cards are kind of hard to see. I don't think that there's much I can do to fix that with my current setup. Let's pull another card. Spirit guides, what is their life purpose? We have Dare to Dream. I'm hearing sanctuary again. You might be like someone who's meant to have some kind of physical like location or physical sanctuary for like pets or animals or people. I don't know. Dare to Dream. This is really, honestly, like, I feel like you guys are healers. I feel like you guys are meant to pursue something in this lifetime. It doesn't have to be a career, but like, you're meant to help others. And you can embody that in your daily life. You can embody that everywhere that you go with everything that you do. You don't need to be like, you don't need to own a business and be a tarot reader, be a healer, or like do like, I don't know, all the healer things. Like, you can be a healer in your daily life. You can charge people money for it, or you can choose not to. There's something about you though that is meant to help others. I feel like we're all meant to help others to a certain degree. But you guys, I feel like it's like very prominent that you are meant to guide others. Like, I was gonna say lead, but it doesn't feel like a strong like leadership role. This feels more like guidance. Like, you guys are meant to guide someone or something or a group of people or have like community. And you have psychic abilities or like intuitive abilities that are going to assist you with this, or even be like you have the ability to kind of like read fate. And I don't necessarily believe that fate is set in stone. Which is kind of defies the purpose of the meaning of fate, or defies the meaning of fate. But yeah, I feel like we have fated events or fated lessons that we're meant to learn in this lifetime, but we still have free will. And so we can decide if we want to participate in that fate, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna pull some tarot cards. The Seeker of Coins. This is the Page of Pentacles. Death. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is crazy because we have release here, which is very similar to the Death card. Death is about like the death and rebirth of things. Oh no, you can't really see it too well. Let me see if I can scoot the camera back a bit. Oh, it's a little sideways too. There we go. Okay, it's a little bit sideways, but it looks straight to me on my end. Okay. Judgment. Oh my god. Ooh, this card is so pretty. Wow. I'm kind of seeing this imagery in my head of a feminine person holding a masculine person. Take this how it resonates. It doesn't necessarily need to be like, I don't know, like, you don't have to like love men or the masculine or love the feminine, or I mean, you should love both. I'm just gonna say it. You should love both the divine masculine and divine feminine. You should love both men and women and all in between because we are all people. We are all like, this is our first time on earth, and you should probably love everyone to a certain degree. That doesn't mean that you have to associate with everyone, but anyway, my point was, I was seeing that visual, and for some of you this could mean that like being in a relationship and learning how to create a sanctuary for each other, or even create a sanctuary for, I want to say like the opposite gender, and take that how it applies to you with however you identify. There's something about an opposite, and that I feel like that's not going to be for all of you. I feel like there is a lot of like, I'm feeling a lot of pushback. But for some of you, I feel like that might be something that you already resonate with. And if it is, then that's definitely like a message for you. We have the Five of Wands, and this is about like conflict. I'm trying to think of the words that I want to say for this Five of Wands. I'm going to pull the last card and then I'll kind of piece everything together. And the Ten of Wands. Okay. The Ten of Wands again is release. Judgment is release. I would even say forgiveness is something that, like a purpose that you're meant to have. You're meant to master the art, the skill of forgiveness, because forgiveness really is a skill. The Ten of Wands is all about release. It is like the job is done, the hard work is done, and I get to drop all these wands now, or they're all in their place and I don't have to work on it anymore. The Ten of Wands is very much like a very stressful or heavy cycle ending, and all of the heaviness that came with it being released. So we have that theme of release again. The Seeker of Coins, or the Page of Pentacles here, this might mean, like this might, if it resonates with you, this could be charging for healing services, or building some kind of business around healing. But one way or another, and this Judgment, sorry, I'm kind of jumping subjects. This Judgment card, like there's something so, I feel like Judgment kind of has a blend of fate and release to it. It carries those energies, because Judgment is like, I don't know, like the day that, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, let me catch my breath. Okay. So Judgment is like everything is said and done, and now you are being judged for, not necessarily in a negative way, but like now you are being, maybe judged isn't the right word, being assessed. Like, it's like the end of a chapter, it's a release, and it's like, okay, I'm all done with that work. Let's see where the universe wants me to go next. And it's a little bit heavier on like, where does the universe want you to go next versus like, where do I want to go next? It's very like, I don't know if that's making any sense. I feel like the universe is guiding you. It's almost like a back and forth, like you take a step. I mean, this is how manifestation works, but you take a step and then the universe is like, okay, here's your next step. You guys are very like guided. So trusting signs and synchronicities, trusting when something doesn't feel right to you, because you are super intuitive with fate. Yeah, like that's really important in your lifetime and as part of your life purpose. Oh man, there's so much, like, I feel like you might feel a lot of pressure, and I don't want this reading to be pressuring for you, but you do have like a very profound like purpose in this lifetime. I feel like, I remember I drew this Five of Wands card when I was getting that imagery of like a feminine person holding a masculine person and like comforting them. And so I feel like something that is part of your purpose is to, like, again, it's like creating that sanctuary with compassion. I feel like you're meant to create a sense of safety for either a specific person or multiple people in your life. And I'm hearing that giving love shouldn't take away from the love that you can give, if that makes sense. Like, you have this infinite reservoir of love to give, and your spirit guides want you to know that, like, the love that you've given, whether in relationships or to friends, family, whoever, the love that you have given is going to be replenished. First of all, it's going to come back to you, but also you can create love. Like, you can produce love from your soul, and not have it take away from your energy. And I think that I'm saying this because I feel like there's been a lot of heaviness in relationships. I'm really feeling it in like romantic relationships, but this could be any kind of relationship. It feels like there's been a lot of heaviness and a lot of like moments where you had to forgive someone or forgive yourself, or maybe that you haven't forgiven anyone yet. And that's part of your purpose, is to release and let go. Like, let go of the past, let go of what was done to you, because it wasn't because of you. I mean, I'm sure that there's always things that we could have done better. Always. And I would never say like, oh, it's like all their fault and like not yours, because no, like, I'm sure that you are able to see and reflect on the things that you could have done better. However, someone's choices are a reflection of them, ultimately. It's like they couldn't handle this or that, or this didn't align with them, that didn't align with them, or they weren't sure how they felt, so they just up and left, or like something like that. There's just like this sense that like, yeah, there were moments where you probably could have done something differently, handled a situation a little better, but ultimately the other person who might maybe hurt you or betrayed you, or just, you know, a relationship that didn't go well, like, everything was ultimately a reflection of them and what they had the capacity to hold. And that does not mean that you were too much. You just were, I mean, technically too much for them. I hope that makes sense. Like, I mean, like, they had a tiny capacity. They couldn't hold how big and beautiful and wonderful you were in all of your, you know, positive and negative traits. Like, everyone comes with positive and negative traits, and not everyone can hold everyone else's or other people's, you know, traits or personality or whatever. That doesn't mean that you are wrong or a problem or too much. What I'm trying to say is, like, obviously I don't want to shift everything onto the other person if like there was a nasty breakup or a relationship or connection, a friendship that went south and just didn't work out. Because it feels like I'm saying this because it feels like with this Five of Wands, there was a lot of heaviness in relationships and connections in the past. And I really feel like you're still carrying a lot of that, like a lot of that weight, and you haven't necessarily forgiven someone, or this could even be yourself. Maybe there was, you know, maybe you were reflecting I don't know why I keep thinking of the word reflection and thinking it's in here. I think maybe I'm thinking of release. I feel like judgment is also reflection, but reflection is definitely a like a thing for you. Part of your life purpose is to reflect. But yeah, there could be something that you need to kind of like reflect on, but ultimately forgive yourself for, or forgive someone else for. And forgiveness is for yourself. You can forgive other people. You don't have to tell them that you forgive them. You can just forgive them within your heart and let go of the pain and the weight that they kind of placed on you. Because that's how you move on and live a happy, healthy life. Yeah. Anyway, so for your life purpose, I feel like you might be, this is also giving like healing generational trauma or like karmic cycles. I feel like you are, like, in this lifetime, you're meant to heal something that has been passed down from generation to generation all the way to you. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a physical thing, but it could be like a mindset. It could be like I'm hearing a trait, like a trait that's been passed down. Like maybe someone's very negative, like, or your family is very negative and they're very like, life has to be miserable all the time, like very angry all the time, have issues with aggression, and maybe, I don't know why I'm channeling that. It's more general than that. Like that doesn't have to be the situation, but just as an example, like of something that could be passed down is that like bitterness or that anger. And you're like, you know what? Like I feel like life is so much bigger than that. And when I focus, or when anyone focuses on this like little thing or like little inconveniences, like getting cut off in traffic, like when you focus too hard on that, it can really like make your life harder rather than other people's. I mean, yeah, it makes other people's lives harder too, because like people generally don't like to be around someone who's angry or aggressive, or like, whatever all the time, like angry all the time. It can bring people down, but more importantly, it brings you down, and it can have a really negative impact on your overall life, your well-being, your health, your mental health. And it's like people who have an overall positive mindset are going to be, and that doesn't mean like if someone wrongs you that you shouldn't be angry. You absolutely should be angry. Like anger is a superpower too, but I'm more saying like with little inconveniences, it's like, why don't I just let that go? Why don't you just let that go? And it's like there could be like generations of that you're like, you know what, in this lifetime I'm not going to be like that. Like my parents, my mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa, they were like that, and I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to break this like generational habit, I guess. I feel like we're all in one way or another kind of here for that as well, but there's something specifically for you guys about releasing and letting something go. Yeah, I'm gonna pull one final tarot card today because I'm kind of at the end of the messages here. I'm not really picking anything else up. I will say though, follow your dreams, whether your waking dreams or your sleeping dreams. There's definitely something about your dreams. And like this, I see this more as aspirations or like goals that you have for the future. And like you're meant to dream big. You're definitely meant to dream big, and I feel like abundance is also very like destined for you. And I feel like the way that you accumulate wealth is going to be revealed to you later in life. I feel like you have a lot of like stuff to learn before you get there. And I hope that that doesn't discourage you. It's more just like you will like eventually just kind of unlock something and be like, oh my gosh, like this is what I was searching for all along. Ooh, okay, I guess we're taking 2 cards. Oh my God. We have Temperance and the Conqueror of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. This kind of brings in that relationship aspect again. The Temperance card brings back alchemy. So there's definitely something with alchemy, something with transmuting. This could literally be like what we were talking about with my example of like being an angry person. This could be learning how to transmute anger into power, into like calm, confident, like structured power, compassionate power. Like this is taking all of that anger and like, or it doesn't, like I said, that was just an example. It doesn't have to be anger, but it can be like, you know, something else. It's like you're meant to take that negative thing and turn it into a positive and really like alchemize that energy or that experience that you had. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna hold up, actually, I'm gonna hold up this one. Gotta get the thumbnail. I don't know if this will be the thumbnail, but I just thought it was cute. Yeah, relationships are coming back in. And I said I was gonna like close out the message, but I'm getting more messages. Relationships are coming back in. I feel like the things that you've been through in relationships definitely have a big, like, they really have a lot to do with your purpose in life. I think that you are meant to find like true love. I really think that that is part of your purpose. If you don't resonate with that, if you're like, no, I kind of just want to be single forever, then, you know, take this how it resonates, because this could be like cultivating positive relationships with friends or, you know, other people. But there's something about relationships, and I feel like divine partnerships and like learning lessons from love, and you know, that's a really big, I feel like we're all again kind of here for that, but this is like very heavy for you, like very like big, like this is a big deal for you. I feel like you are going to or have experienced a lot in relationships that has made you maybe even feel like kind of closed off to love. But I really feel like there's going to be like you're gonna get to a point where you've learned everything that there is to learn, and like in love, and you're going to like meet the one, you know. And then Temperance, yeah, just like you are such an alchemist. You are in this lifetime learning how to transmute energy. I feel like you're turning all of the pain, the hardship that you've been through into pure love and abundance, like into compassion and wealth, forgiveness. Like you are meant to be, I just heard spotlight. That's like a whole nother message. You're meant to be like maybe in the spotlight for like being a really compassionate person. Like everyone's like, oh, like this person, they're such a light in my life. They're so like compassionate, and like they're the person to go to if you need anything emotionally, like go to them. But yeah, I believe that is all of the messages that I'm seeing for you here. I would really appreciate if this resonates. I love when people like tell me how a message resonated, because then I can look back and see like, oh my gosh, that's like, I don't know, like that's such an interesting message that I didn't pick up myself or something like that, you know? Like I love to hear feedback and know what's going on in your guys' lives or how things seem to resonate. I love it when people talk about their birth charts. I don't know why I'm thinking of that, but like I just love it when, you know, people share how my messages have given them clarity or changed something for them or changed, like helped them reflect. So if you reflected with this message, or if you feel like something in your life has changed because of this message, big or small, I would really appreciate if you shared that in the comments. I love reading comments and yeah, connecting with you guys. So if you haven't already, I would love if you subscribed. I would love if you liked this video, if you check out some of my other videos when you feel called, because obviously they are messages from the universe and sometimes we don't want to get too overwhelmed with too many of them. So yeah, I hope to see you in a future video, and I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed and beautiful day or night whenever you are seeing this. Bye!